ऋतिक और माय डॉटर वो थोड़ा सा डरते हैं मुझसे।
आपने क्या कभी ऋतिक को पेरेंटिंग एडवाइस दी है?
नहीं, मैंने कोई एडवाइस नहीं दी। वो कम फिल्में करता है, मैं उसके लिए कुछ नहीं बोलता। मैं चाहता हूँ कि ज़्यादा फिल्में करे। मैं जितना रोता हूँ जब कोई पिक्चर देखता हूँ, अच्छी पिक्चर, अरे आप रो रहे हैं, आप तो पिक्चर बना। अरे भाई, मैं खो गया हूँ पिक्चर।
आपका बॉन्ड विद शाहरुख?
I was the first person to give him a break actually.
Are you a romantic at heart, sir?
Yes, I am very romantic at heart and I used to have a lot of girlfriends when I was young.
Oh, it's also very refreshing to see how Sussanne is still an important part of the family. So how do you as a family navigate this? The legacy of the Roshans and who they really are as people. I think ये हमें देखने को मिला in the documentary that is streaming on Netflix, which is The Roshans. Hi, this is Pari, and of course, I'm sitting here today with the legend himself, Mr. Rakesh Roshan. Sir, congratulations on how beautiful the documentary is.
Thank you, thank you.
मैं आपसे जस्ट अभी रोल होने के पहले पूछ रही थी, इज इट गेटिंग ओवरवेलमिंग फॉर यू? इतने सारे कॉन्वर्सेशंस, इतनी सारी बातें आफ्टर अ रियली रियली लॉन्ग टाइम।
जी हाँ, ये मैंने कुछ 16-17 पिक्चरें बनाई हैं। इतने शॉर्ट स्पैन में इतने फोन कॉल्स और इतने मैसेजेस फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड आई हैव नेवर रिसीव्ड।
Are you generally able to be emotional in front of people? आप इमोशनल हो, आप वल्नरेबल हो पाते हो?
मैं बहुत इमोशनल हूँ, लेकिन मैं फ्रंट इज नॉट इमोशनल।
ओके।
मैं फ्रंट में थोड़ा स्ट्रिक्ट रहता हूँ, बट इनवर्डली आई एम वेरी इमोशनल। मैं जितना रोता हूँ जब कोई पिक्चर देखता हूँ, अच्छी पिक्चर, और जितना हंसता हूँ, तो लोग मुझे पूछते हैं, जो ऑडियंस है, आप क्यों हंस रहे हैं? आप तो पिक्चरें बनाते हो। अरे आप रो रहे हैं, आप तो पिक्चरें बनाते हो। अरे भाई, मैं खो गया हूँ पिक्चर में।
पर आप किसके साथ सबसे ज्यादा खुल के बात कर पाते हो, एक्सप्रेस कर पाते हो, या वल्नरेबल हो पाते हो?
मैं घर पे अपने वाइफ के साथ हूँ, ऋतिक के साथ है। मैं घर में सबके साथ ओपन नहीं हूँ। हम लोग सी वी आर वेरी कॉमन फैमिली, यू नो। वी माइट हैव अ लिटिल बिगर हाउस। मतलब हम वो रहते वही छोटे से दायरे में। यहाँ तक कि मैं जब घर पे जाता हूँ, तो लाइट्स अगर ऑन है तो मैं लाइट ऑफ करता हूँ। ऑफिस से जाऊँगा तो मैं एसी ऑफ करूँगा, लाइट्स ऑफ करूँगा अपने आप। मैं ये नहीं कि मैं चला गया नौकर आके करे बाद में। So that kind of a living we live in.
So many films that were spoken about in this, and बहुत सारे लोग थे आई थिंक इस डॉक्यूमेंट्री में, एंड ईच ऑफ देम स्पोक विद सच रिस्पेक्ट एंड रेवरेंस फॉर यू। ऑफ कोर्स देयर वाज शाहरुख, एंड यू नो इट वाज सच अ जॉय टू सी हिम। हमारा अर्जुन था। करण को हमने मिस किया, बट देयर डेफिनेटली वाज अर्जुन, एंड ही आल्सो स्पोक विद सो मच लव एंड रिस्पेक्ट फॉर यू। कैसा है आपका बॉन्ड विद शाहरुख नाउ आफ्टर हैविंग वर्कड विद हिम ऑन सो मेनी फिल्म्स?
Shah Rukh I was the first person to give him a break actually. Though my film released a little later, but I spotted him in China Garden, and I asked him. China Garden is to be in Camp's Corner, a restaurant. So I asked him, "Do you want to work in films?" He said no. But I still told him, "I've got this is my number. You can call me up tomorrow. Think it over." And the next day he came, and I was making King Uncle at that time. So I took him in that film.
Yeah.
Every night, every evening, he used to spend with us. So we had a very good bond.
Can we, as fans, expect a Rakesh Roshan plus Shah Rukh film again?
You never know. If I get a subject, why not?
Okay. Okay, now again your films, जैसा मैंने कहा बहुत सारी फिल्में थी इस डॉक्यूमेंट्री में. There was one particular film, sir, that जब इसके बारे में बात हुई, and I was watching this with my sister. And ये जो फिल्म है, ये मैंने अपनी बहन के साथ ही देखी थी, which is खून भरी माँ. This was a film that spoke about feminism. At a time जब 80s macho heroes का दौर हुआ करता था, there was this one woman in this film who was seeking revenge. And a woman seeking revenge, ये हमने कभी देखा ही नहीं था फिल्मों में, because generally women were shown as abla nari बेचारी. They were expected to bear with what's happening with them. I really want to ask you, sir, what inspired you to make a film like this उस दौर में? And why was it important for you to tell the story?
And when I made the script, many people told me don't make it because either you change the end, showing that the wife
Does not take
revenge and they compromise in the end. So if we do that, then there is no novelty in this film. I'm making this film only for this reason, that a woman stands by herself or her conviction. So when I narrated the script to Rekha, she also was very excited. But then again I went to her. I said, "Okay, people are telling me not to make to change the end. Do you feel I should change the end?" And she said, "Don't even think of it." Because when I heard the subject, I was taken aback by this thing. Because I was only always expecting in the end you tell me and उसने उसको माफ कर दिया. पर उसने उसने माफ नहीं किया, उसने रिवेंज लिया. So that's why that is what excited me. So don't change the end. So she gave me a lot of confidence and we went there.
आपकी जिंदगी में वो फेमिनिस्ट फिगर कौन रहा है सर?
मेरे घर में सब स्ट्रॉन्ग. My mother was a very strong woman who became a widow at a very young age. My wife, who came from a very big family, a big production house family, Jeo Prakash, was a producer and director of films like Aapki Kasam and Aandhi and Asha, Aaye Din Bahar Ke, Aaya Saman Jhum Ke, Aan Bhi Lo Sajana. From such a big house, she came to my house where I was earning only 200 rupees. How strong-headed she must be to adjust herself with me. And then my daughter, who right from the age of 6 months, she was only going through illness and fighting illness. One एक खत्म हुआ दूसरा illness, वो खत्म हो जाए फिर illness. So she fought all the way. So such woman, such strong woman.
Absolutely, sir. And मेरा अगला सवाल आपसे ये होने वाला था. What have you learned? What has Rakesh Roshan learned from the women in his life?
For me, there is only a WO added. Otherwise, both men are, if you don't add WO, both are same equal in every field. Somewhere I feel the women are much more ahead. Women, they work also, plus look after the house also. It's hats off to them.
Absolutely, sir. In this room, majority is women.
Oh, but yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
There are women on cameras. There's one woman sitting down here. Thank you for sharing that, sir. There has been one more trope in your films which has been very exciting, and इस documentary में इसके बारे में बात भी की गई थी, the underdog trope. And also one more thing that I've noticed is the revenge वाला trope. बदला लेना और एक अंडरडॉग की कहानी कि कैसे सोसाइटी उसे डिसअपॉइंट करती है लेकिन then that person again rises as the hero. What inspired you to make films like this? Was it your own life?
See, again, I did do it deliberately, but right from childhood, when I was 8 years old or 9 years old, I used to see a lot of films. And somewhere, वो फिल्म जो है ना मेरे अंदर मेरे ब्लड स्ट्रीम में आ गई है. सो आई ऑलवेज मेक अ फिल्म ऑफ अ कॉमन मैन. सीधा साधा लड़का होगा या घरेलू लड़का होगा, उसमें कोई तकलीफ आएगी, एंड देन हाउ ही राइजेस. एंड दैट कॉमन मैन फीलिंग व्हेन द ऑडियंस सीज द फिल्म, दे ऑल आर कॉमन पीपल एंड दे ऑल्सो फील द सेम थिंग व्हेन दे आइडेंटिफाई विद द एक्टर, विद द हीरो.
करेक्ट.
अरे मैं होता तो मैं भी ऐसे ही करता. And my life also. I also went through a lot of problems in the beginning. And then I got successful as a director. So maybe somewhere it is there behind. But it's not one kind of a story that I make.
Correct.
Stories are different. But the base is same.
Absolutely. So the foundation is same.
Foundation is
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. प्यार मोहब्बत भी बहुत होता रहा है आपकी फिल्मों में, and that is something that I truly miss in the cinemas today. I like real love and romance. Are you a romantic at heart, sir, personally?
Yes, I am very romantic at heart, and I used to have a lot of girlfriends when I was young.
Oh.
When I was in college. I respect women. I look upon them.
What have you learned about love and about relationship, about marriage from your own parents? उनसे क्या सीखा आपने?
For about 2 or 3 years to call it a marriage. To continue the marriage, you have to be friends. If you are not friends, then marriage will not continue. And you have to understand each other. Love is what? Love तो 2-3 साल रहता है, उसके बाद खत्म हो जाता है. पर रहता क्या है? वो है responsibilities and understanding. till understanding is not there, the marriage will not work. I have to understand you. She has to understand me. I should see her shortcomings. She should know my shortcomings. And then compromise and then move forward.
ऋतिक ने आपसे कभी कोई लव या रिलेशनशिप एडवाइस ली है एज ही कम टू यू आस्किंग पापा क्या करे बताओ कुछ
Hrithik और my daughter, वो थोड़ा सा डरते हैं मुझसे. पता नहीं क्यों, because I'm a well-disciplined man. Maybe that's the reason. I'm not a short-tempered person. I'm not a person who will scold anybody. But I'm very disciplined. अगर 8 बजे कहीं मिलना है तो 8 बजे शार्प आप मैं मिलूँगा. अगर शूटिंग पे आना है तो इसी वक्त आना है. तो वो खुल के मुझसे जब छोटे थे तो बात नहीं करते थे. अब बात करते हैं. अब नो वी आर लाइक friends at home because I got married when I was 22 and my daughter was born when I was 24 and Hrithik was born when I was 26. So today, the age difference is not much amongst us. So we are like friends now.
There's one question that I want to ask you, sir. It's very, you're talking about love and relationships. It's also very refreshing to see how Sussanne is still an important part of the family, right? And it's very beautiful to see, especially nowadays and especially in the media with everything that is being said about actors, about people as public figures. बहुत सुंदर चीज है ये. So how do you as a family navigate this?
Whatever has happened is happened between the couple. For me, Sussanne is Sussanne. For my wife, Sussanne is Sussanne. उनकी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हुई है, उनका प्यार हुआ है, उनकी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हुई है. They have to solve. For us, she came to our house and she's still a member of the house for us.
So beautiful and so rare actually to see this today. मैं मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में आपसे बात जरूर करना चाहूंगी बिकॉज द रोशंस एज अ फैमिली you've been through so much as a family, right? From the beginning, the ups and downs, आपके करियर में, ऋतिक के करियर में, personal struggles with health. But how have you guys been going? What has kept the Roshans going?
पता नहीं है. We are very strong-minded and I have seen so many failures in life. That failures and these small things don't bother me at all. And my family has also seen so much. They have seen my daughter suffering from so many illnesses. Then I was shot. And then Hrithik got brain surgery. And again I had cancer. So things kept happening, in 3 years, 2 years time. कोई नई चीज़ आ जाए. अब मुझे लगता नहीं अब कुछ बचा है और कोई नई चीज़ आने के लिए. सब चीज़ हम सह चुके हैं. But the only thing which kept us going is that चलो ये हो गया. This will not stop, should not stop us. We should move forward.
I remember there's one post that Hrithik had done जहाँ पर he spoke about mental health and he wrote how he had taken therapy and how therapy really helped him. And today, so we are trying to make this conversation easy and comfortable for people. एक जो taboo है around mental health and around seeking help. जब हम physical health के लिए help ले सकते हैं, then why not for your mental health? आपका क्या मानना है?
बिल्कुल सही है. फिजिकल हेल्प तो हम लेते ही हैं. हमारे जिम में आते हैं लोग, हमें ट्रेन करते हैं. वो ट्रेनिंग जो हम 10 साल से कर रहे हैं, 15 साल से कर रहे हैं, हमें भी पता है क्या करना है, फिर भी हम बुलाते हैं. तो वैसे ही मेंटली, अगर मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए अगर आप यू हैव अ कोच और यू हैव a friend who can guide you, to whom you can confide everything and take his suggestion. I think it's a very, very good thing and people must do that.
Yeah.
इसमें कोई शर्म की बात नहीं.
Yeah. आपने क्या कभी ऋतिक को पेरेंटिंग एडवाइस दी है?
नहीं, मैंने कोई एडवाइस नहीं दिया. किसी को एडवाइस नहीं दिया क्योंकि उन्होंने हमें देख के सीखा होगा. पर मैंने कभी मैं किसी चीज़ में एडवाइस नहीं दिया. मैं जब when he joined me as an assistant editor also, I never taught him because I never knew myself. कि ये ऐसे करने से ऐसा होगा, ऐसे करने से ऐसा होगा, ये हो जाता है अपने आप। तो आप दूसरे को देखते हैं, वो देखते हैं कि नहीं यार ये तो बहुत पंक्चुअल है, अच्छा ये सीन को इस तरह शूट कर रहा है, अच्छा ये डायलॉग को इस तरह बोले जब वो बोलने के लिए कह रहा है। ये सब सीखने वाली बात है, वो सिखा नहीं सकते किसी।
पर आपने क्या कभी ऋतिक को बोला कि देख, मैंने एज अ फादर जो किया तो वो कभी मत करना, या फिर मैंने जो नहीं किया वो तो जरूर करना?
नहीं, मैंने ऐसा कभी नहीं किया, किसी चीज़ के लिए भी नहीं। वो कम फिल्म में करता है, मैं उसके लिए कुछ नहीं बोलता। मैं चाहता हूँ कि वो ज़्यादा फिल्में करे, मगर वो है मेरे मुझ पे ही गया हुआ। मैं भी 3-4 साल में पिक्चर बनाता हूँ, तो मैं तो प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर हूँ, मैं अफोर्ड कर सकता हूँ, मतलब वो एक्टर है वो। बट देन आई डोंट टेल हिम एनीथिंग बिकॉज मे बी दैट्स हिज चॉइस ऑफ वर्किंग,
Yeah.
ही फील्स कंफर्टेबल इन दैट।
Yeah. How is your relation with your grandchildren?
Grandchildren, oh lovely, they are so sweet, and they both are very musically inclined.
Yeah, we saw that in the documentary
Yeah.
also.
And I think that it runs in the bloodline, it's in the DNA,
Yeah.
and they sing very well. And grandson Rehan, he has gone to Boston now on scholarship to learn music. So he sings, he composes, he writes his own songs. And the younger one has joined somebody as an assistant. He is very good at uh, dissecting a story. So when we see a film together, and when he sits with his friends and they, ये ऐसा हुआ, ये पिक्चर नहीं, ये ऐसा हुआ, ये ऐसा हुआ, I keep listening to them, and I feel that they are much more ahead than what we are. हम कभी इतने बारीकियों में कभी नहीं जाते थे, वो बारीकियों में जाते हैं, and that's so good.
Yeah. अगर ऐसा कभी हुआ सर कि both of them come to you and say कि we want to be actors, हमें एक्टर बनना है, तो आपका क्या रिएक्शन होगा?
मैं बोलूँगा बहुत अच्छी बात। ईशान रोशन is there, he is making films now. Pashmina Roshan is there. Then I don't know about Idhan and Rehan because they are too young now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm very proud of Pashmina. See, failures is a part of this, of every field, in every field. But to keep trying, not to accept failure, you're a bigger winner. Because in every journey, you will see a light somewhere which will take you. So I also kept walking on that journey, kept on walking till I didn't see a light. And the light you will see if you keep walking. If you थक जाए बीच में और वापस मुड़ जाए तो रोशनी कभी नजर नहीं आएगी।
क्या बात है सर, नेपोटिज्म को लेकर बहुत बातें होती हैं अभी भी। Are you able to talk about all this? Let's say when Pashmina was making her debut, were you able to have a conversation with her about this?
See, I told you, I've never discussed anything at home.
Okay.
They have learned from us. They have seen they all have seen my struggle. See, because Rajesh Roshan, right from the very first film, Julie, he became the very big music director. It is only my story that I had a lot of struggle. Kahuna Pyare was Hrithik's first film. Julie was my brother's first film. It was my father who came from Gurdaspur, Gujranwala, and started his career. And it was me who started a career again after he expired.
You are now going to be working with a team of young people, right? जो Gen Zs हैं. What are you learning from them? What are you learning from young people today?
I'm learning what their thought process is. What do they think? I know they feel sometimes that when I say something, it's outdated. So feel, yeah, what they're saying is right. But when I tell them, I'm going to shoot it this way, and I'm going to present it this way, then they get little inquisitive. अच्छा ऐसा हो सकता है क्या ये? हाँ बोला हाँ ऐसा हो सकता है. Because when I was making Kahuna Pyar, I sent the script to a very good filmmaker, young filmmaker, and he told me not to make it. But then I was too much ahead, so I made it. So and when he saw the first copy, he was just sitting alone after the trial got over. And he said, I can't believe that you can make such a film. So what happens is sometimes we might feel outdated,
Hmm.
but our takings and our surroundings and our shot takings and the actors whom we take, they bring the freshness in the story.
True, true. Have you learnt any new Gen Z word?
New?
Gen Z, the
No,
words
no, I
that
don't know.
youngsters use.
I'm very bad at even on the phone. I'm very bad. कोई Instagram करना होता तो I have to ask Priyanka, how do I post this?
How to use hashtags? क्या डालना है क्या नहीं? Okay, one last question, sir. There was firstly, thank you so much for making this documentary. क्योंकि I think as people today, as young people today, एक तो बहुत सारी चीजें थी जो हमें पता नहीं थी about the legacy and that we got to know. Second, thank you for being so emotional, so open in that documentary, because I think today when everybody is trying to paint a perfect picture, image, there you were. There the Roshans were as vulnerable as they could be. So thank you for that. And मेरा आखिरी सवाल आपसे ये होगा, there is something to look forward to, which is Krrish 4.
Yeah.
So what's happening, sir? But I mean, what can you tell us?
No, we are working on it and we are almost there. What happens today that sometimes the budget goes very high, so we can't make it. So we trim some scenes. अच्छा वो इसी को नहीं रखते and the story खराब हो जाती है. So we are not able to balance it. But now we have come to a position where we can balance, not disturbing the story, and financially also we can make it in the budget.
Right, right. And we need a big, theater, cinema experience, I think.
See, when you say big means we need a lot of millions and millions of dollars, hundreds and hundred million, because they make films in that kind of a finance. We make in what 200 crores, 300 crores, 400 crores. You can't make that kind of a film in this kind of a money. So we have to depend more on a storyline.
Right, right. नहीं सर, आप small film ही बनाओ, हम देखेंगे जरूर, because it's going to be Krrish 4. But thank you so much for giving us your time today.
Thank you.
And it was lovely talking to you, sir. Congratulations on the documentary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.